How's Sheets, Dan? How are the snacks?
Logan, I'm not late, you son of a bitch. And I was in Ohio earlier today, and I could have came and visited you, so I don't want to hear it. All right?
But you didn't.
Because I don't want to see somebody who's a bully to me. Logan.
A bully?
Ain't no bullying.
That's a bold accusation, sir.
The Nerd Chat
is a podcast celebrating all things gaming, food, and the good old days.
Hosted by a group of best friends.
This is Cortana. And remember, don't make a girl a promise if you know you can't keep it. As always, Spartans, see you online.
Oh, hello. Daddy D. Wally here, and welcome to The Nerd Chat, a podcast celebrating all things gaming, food, and the good old days. I'm Daddy D. Wally, and I am joining you live from the basement cell in Hermitage/Sharon/Western Pennsylvania, Ohio border. You know why, Jose? Because we don't miss a week, Jose.
I don't think it's fair to say we, but he.
Well,
Dan's true blue.
By the way, guys, since coming down to sea level, this always happens. Not only does Bacon say we get better running times and better oxygen while we're working out, I always get the craziest. I put in my subtitle there. Sea level sleep equals crazy lucid dreams.
Oh.
Every night I come to Pennsylvania, ridiculous dreams. Just vivid, ridiculous. Like last night, I'll tell you. Let me get to that.
Which Mass Effect character is in it?
No. So the first dream I had last night, I think it was because I was playing Grand Theft Auto. We were at a park. All of a sudden, there's this truck running people over, and everybody's like freaking out as it's running people over and killing people. And I'm like, whoa, this is a little scary. But then I go to the apartment.
A little.
And then I see some like the random women, and then let's just say things got a little crazy, and the rest of the dream. So crazy, crazy lucid dreams, you guys. It's insane. Every night since in Detroit. Crazy, just the oxygen is just filling my brain with all.
Maybe you need to breathe when you come home. Like
sensation. So, anyway, shout out to Torsik. Torsik he is back. He is here. I can't believe it, Torsik. I promise someday I will finish Silent Hill Downpour. I promise. Someday. He said Sony pulling the 2013 Xbox only took them 13 years to follow the digital only trend. Correct. Joining me as always is at Chipotle Bear. Almost what?
It's not almost.
Yep, spooky season starts on July 5th, son. It's the next holiday, so it's spooky season in a couple days, which is great.
Labor Day?
Yeah.
That's not a holiday. That's a day off. That's a very different thing.
NFL kickoff.
Dude, as early as they release pumpkin spice lattes, give this.
They already have Halloween decorations in stores right now.
True.
Yeah.
I'm doing great, man. Happy Thursday to everybody. It's been a great week. It's officially my last full week of break before I have to go back to work for the summer. So I'll go back mid next week. Shout out to Bacon, who's been working this whole time.
Yes.
And everybody else that's working that whole time. Been great to be here. Lot to talk about this week. It has been quite an exciting week, man.
The news doesn't stop at X Bacon Gaming. I blame the Series S.
Yeah, I don't want to blame Sony because they're perfect. So trying to dig deep to find out who to blame for all this kerfuffle, I've landed solely on the Series S. It's a logical place to lay blame for all of the wrong in the video game industry. So damn you, Series S.
And Bubble Boy and 7 says the Asari were right.
Yep. Which, if you don't know, the Asari are a race of only females, and I think I've gone on this rant before on this show. If I haven't, they got it right. If men were the ones that had to give birth, the human race would have died out after the first pregnancy, guaranteed. I had to have an ingrown toenail removed yesterday, and I gave up. I was crying. I almost passed out. They had to bring me juice and stuff over an ingrown toenail. And It was the shots that she had to give me. And I used to get like allergy shots. I would get like 3 shots a week, and shots don't bother me. They're not that big of a deal. I think she put the needle all the way into the bone on my toe. It was in 3 of them. And
Chance also has a significant number of tattoos, for the record. I know you don't know that from that, but he's all tatted up, like, just so you know.
Needles and shots don't bother me. And I have some of my ribs and like, but when she went to actually cut out the toenail part, I didn't even feel it. Obviously, I had no lidocaine, no whatever it is. I was all like, no, and I stopped looking and everything. And I'm like, she was saying something. I was like, hey, how long about do you think this is going to take? She's like, we're already done, dude. I was like, oh, Jesus. Okay. Well,
I had that surgery when I was 12.
Oof, man.
All right.
But I would feel better. They were making fun of me too. She's like, God, you're such a man. And I was like, she's like, how long has it been like this? I was like, yeah, about 2 years. She's like, you've been walking around with a painful toe for 2 years. Yes, I mean, you know.
He didn't want to make the appointment. That's what
all right.
enough
Feet fetish talk. Let's move on. Torshik says, "Is your sleep paralysis demon someone telling you don't own jack squat?" Well, speaking of not owning anything, let's get into Xbox news for the week, Jose.
Yeah, epidural.
Todd. Can someone take notes for me? Timestamps.
I got you.
Thank you, Jose. Can you just 620 say PS5 is brave? Guys, can I say something bold right now?
You're gonna anyway, so.
Am I in a safe space?
Nope, but keep going.
It depends on how the chat reacts, but
news story number 1, you guys. The only news story for the week, really, is that the PlayStation 3 and PS Vita store is closing.
Oh. I didn't know they were still open.
Yep. So that was basically all of the news on the Sony side.
Let's shut it down. What I eat
so that was one thing. But I want to say something brave right now. Guys, I'm going to say it.
Okay, come on.
I believe that Sony should be praised for their actions and pulling us forward into the technological world and ending physical media.
What an idiot.
I mean, that's a brave stance.
Sony should be praised for ripping the Band-Aid off and being brave.
Yeah. Hey, it takes a lot to be the first to do something.
Correct. You know why? Bacon, I believe someone, who was it? Who sent us a recent Matt Piscatella text?
We can't
Blue Sky post.
Oh, never mind.
He said 82% of all PS5 sold recently were what were they? What model was it?
Digital.
The digital only. Okay.
We
we also hear Capcom saying what 80-90% of their games digital, correct? And then we also have Eric sending us these stats on PlayStation 5 exclusive games, and it's like 60 to 70% digital.
Mm-hmm.
So I know everybody out there is like Eric, maybe Todd. No, actually, Todd loves PlayStation. He hasn't said anything bad, actually.
Todd's gonna hit.
All these people on the internet are freaking out about the end of physical media. All I'm going to say, you guys, is this ain't going to change shit for PlayStation.
I think it will.
PlayStation, the status quo will go on. It will continue to sell consoles. It will continue to make buku bucks, being the number one default console that people will buy. And nothing's going to change. Yes, there will be... yes, there will be 10% of the PS5 hardcore fans that will boycott or be done with PlayStation, and Sony will look at them and be like, we don't give two shits about you. Have fun. What are you going to do? Quit? What are you going to do? Quit gaming? You're going to quit buying our games on PlayStation? Okay.
Maybe.
That's not going to hurt us. So, guys, I'd love to hear what you think about the end of these discs, which we all knew was coming. But I guess everyone's freaking out because In 2026, Sony's finally like, fuck it, let's just end it now. And I praise be to Sony. This is exactly what I brought my Game Sir G7 Pro with you. Get it out.
You got to buy a new one.
Switching back to the DualSense.
Yeah.
Going back to the DualSense, because PlayStation's, they're game changers. They're the leaders in the space.
Xbox tried to do this 13 years ago.
Well, Xbox did it too early.
No.
Let's be real.
Mm-hmm.
The world wasn't ready for it.
I've heard a lot of complaints about doing things too early.
Like Torsic says, like, come on, put the entire game on the disc. You can't fit it. Can't fit it in, Jose.
Haven't heard that complaint.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what.
No, I think
Gentlestone says, glad you like playing more video games. No, PlayStation Network has a great sale going on right now, Gentlestone. So does Steam. Steam sale right now. Bubble Boy, are you happy with the Steam sale?
I haven't bought anything yet.
Me either, yeah.
Because I'm still going strong on my streak. But
I'm just, I think this whole thing is being exaggerated. But Bubble Boy, let's start with you.
Yeah.
How do you feel about PlayStation ending physical discs?
I like what Timper said, and it was the first thing that came to my mind too. He's like, music, TVs, movies, all that stuff is mostly digital now, but they still do release physical copies, right? Where you think of whether it's vinyl records or actual Blu-rays and stuff like that. So for the people like Eric or collectors who really do want that, I think it's sad. I'm sad for them. Does it bother me? Not one bit, not even slightly. I could care less. That means nothing to me. But I can feel sad for people who that does matter to them. I can remember when I bought my Baldur's Gate 3 collector's edition and it didn't have a disc. I opened the actual special. What are we laughing at? What did I miss?
Luke said, I don't know why Dan's so excited. It's not like he can return a digital game. That's not true on Steam. On Steam, you can return a digital game.
I've returned multiple games on Steam.
Yeah.
Get this, Bubble Boy. I've also returned a game on the PlayStation Network, which is very strict and very hard to do.
Yeah.
But I've done it, and I've done it on Xbox. So no,
Good one, Luke.
Luke, I actually have returned multiple storefront digital games. Thank you very much.
Yeah. And that brings us into our next story too, about how when Domino's and KFC are dunking on this decision too, and they're just like, no, it's cool because now you'll be able to download our full range of delicious pizza codes and using the power of the imagination, enjoy them in an entirely virtual sense. And the KFC one was just as funny. Like we're gonna release the fried chicken pass. You'll get our entire catalog for a modest monthly price. If you pirate the PNGs on Pinterest, we'll come to your house. I just it's funny when other companies do that because obviously KFC and Domino's are doing this in fun. They're not competing against
GameSir had
Sony.
a good one.
Yeah, so I think it's fun when this kind of stuff happens and companies get to do all this lighthearted joking. But again, sad for the people like Eric that truly do want to collect something.
Captain Logan says Dan hates midnight releases. Hey Logan, when was the last time you went to a midnight release?
Halo 2.
Why don't you tell
I
me
don't
that?
think they do them anymore.
Why don't you tell me that first before you start talking trash? What, 2012?
Halo
14
3,
years ago, Logan?
How many midnight releases have there truly
2000.
been?
When was it? When have we been? When was the last one for us? It was the Xbox One launch, right?
Yeah, Xbox, yeah.
2013.
Yeah.
So 13 years, Logan. Yeah, we're really gonna miss him. Okay. Bacon, let's go. Let's talk to you because Gentlestone says Steam is a distributor. PlayStation is a walled garden. I know you're happy to see PlayStation finally taking it, but I would argue, Bacon, in a week from now, people are going to forget about this because you know what's going to happen next week?
Xbox layoffs.
Yeah. Thank you. Take it away, Bacon. Tell me your thoughts on this.
The funny thing, when I was searching out to get the PS5 for this gen and I was doing all the drama at Best Buy, I was actually pissed that I got a disc version. I was actually seeking out the digital version. That's the one I truly wanted. I wished the Xbox came out in a digital version because I've been a PC gamer for 20 plus years. I do still have my physical copies of my StarCraft 2 discs back there. And then I have 3 physical Switch 2 games that because they still hold their value and who replays a Switch game. So I've been digital since probably 3 years after the one was released on console, and then always on PC. My theory on this, and everyone keeps telling me I'm an idiot, is Sony only gets that sale on the 20% physical, or the whatever the 30 is on their games, right? They sell that copy once. Let's say in a given copy of a game trades hands for the serial trade-in guys, right? The guys that buy them, trade them, buy them, trade them. That game probably changes hands 3 times from its original printing day, and Sony sees that sale one time. I am absolutely shocked it has taken Sony this long to do it. Sony doesn't look at monthly active users like Xbox does. Xbox is like, buy our game. I don't care how you get our game. Buy our game. Give us your information. Buy our microtransactions. Sony lives and dies because they don't have, live service games that work. Sorry, Sony, you don't. So they require every sale. So by removing the ability to trade games, they are going to capture every sale. If you're truly interested in playing a Sony game, you're going to have to buy the game. They would rather you buy the game even at a sale than watch GameStop sell that game 3 times. It's just simple economics, and it's going to cost less because they're not going to have to spend more money printing the game, shipping the game, distributing the game, paying for shelf space of a game. It is a win-win for Sony, and I'm shocked it's taken this long. Now, let me say, I am absolutely sad for the Erics. The only collector I know, like anywhere in the world, is Eric. I don't know any collectors, right? I feel bad for them. This decision isn't aimed at Erics, the maybe 5% of gamers or collectors. I'm sure there's a stat somewhere. They're aiming at the serial traders, the serial buyers and traders, and they're putting GameStop out of business. It is what it is. GTA started this last week by releasing a freaking copy of a game with a code in it. Once GTA does it, it opens the floodgates. All the rest of everybody else is going to follow suit. Third parties are going to stop printing discs, guys. It costs everybody more money to do it. When we're laying people off, it is what it is. Doesn't bother me at all. The only game I've ever replayed, I believe, is the Mass Effect trilogy. I don't replay my games. Once I'm done, I delete them. They sit in a catalog somewhere. It's just not who I am. I'm sorry. But I am sorry. But I am extremely happy. I am extremely happy to watch Sony step on their own damn rake and not luck into something that Xbox did that Sony could just capitalize on. This is great. This is awesome. I love this last couple days. Instagram has been on fire, guys. And this is an Xbox stepping on the rake. Sony did it. So bravo, Sony.
It is a bizarre, rare Xbox win. And Bacon, could you imagine if Satya and Asha Sharma had the balls to come out and do the Shuhei versus Adam Boys shaking hands to be like, this is how you share Xbox games on Helix. We will have a disc drive on our
right.
Can you imagine?
Xbox embraces back combat where Sony's all can't do anything with it.
We'll talk
subscribe to our service and you'll play our old games streaming. But yes, Xbox should fully embrace physical games not going to. Now. I know.
They're not
just
going to.
Curious because Todd asked in the chat, a fun question. What was the last physical game you actually bought? New release. I know.
Gears of War E-Day PS5.
Well, I got
just to have it.
Donkey Kong Bonanza. I bought that on release day, but
I bought Cyberpunk 2077.
But before that, Jose, I honestly, Pony bought me that Silent Hill game to play, but I didn't buy that. I couldn't tell you the last Xbox physical. Oh wait, Red Dead Redemption.
My mom bought me Final Fantasy 16 when I had that PS5. That was a physical.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Interesting.
So
how many years? So 2 years ago.
But I mean, looking at these numbers, do you think they wanted to sell 23% more on Sackboy?
Eric has numbers here. Sackboy.
Yeah.
77% digital. Ratchet and Clank 76. Ghost of Tsushima 71. Demon Souls 70%. Miles Morales 66. Spider-Man 66. Returnal 61. Last of Us 61. Ghost of Tsushima original. So this was back PS4. 50-50, which is shocking. Yeah. And then MLB The Show 21, also an older MLB The Show, Eric. That's quite a few years ago. This is shocking to me. Only 40% digital, 60% physical. But still,
if you look at these, let's be generous and give the collectors 10%. With all those percentages, you don't think Sony wants 13% extra sales on Ratchet and Clank and give 10% to the collectors? I guarantee you that this is to stop the serial trade-in artists. They only get that sale one time. And GameStop gets it 2 times. Like, it's simple math.
ProDad skills
2 times, but not at the same cost. Not at the same price.
Yeah.
But GameStop does none of the work and makes all the profit after that first sale. Right?
Sony gets nothing after the initial
sale.
ProDad Skills says that is the point, though. The option should always be there. The amount of people that travel or military or real there are people that don't have the ability to download, not massive, but I'm sorry, ProDad. We have a product. We have a product for you. It's called the PS4 or the Xbox
360
or the PS5 digital. Okay, or no, PS5 disc. And then Eric, you've got a whole year and a half, man. This isn't happening until 2028, so you still got time to add your PS5 collection.
I'm just.
I don't get exactly, but ProDad, because you said it doesn't affect you, and that's the problem. It does affect a very small percentage of people.
Let's do 10%. Let's do 10%.
And Sony's like, sorry. Like, either you're going to change how you buy games, or quit playing games, or go to Nintendo. And we even see it with Nintendo. Yeah, Logan was like, "Oh, I bought Star Fox last week. That's not a physical game. Is it the game on cart?
8 minutes.
Is that actually on the cart, or like, it's guys? We've been moving towards this, and not only that, we're moving towards a change in how people play and perceive games. Our hobby, like I said on Todd's show last year when he had me as a guest, I said I'm worried about gaming. I called it, Todd. Look at where gaming is now, and look where it's going. Luke said it has nothing to do with used games. That fight is long gone since over. This is about reducing costs on physical materials, shipping, and controlling how their codes are distributed.
Yeah, it's a win-win for Sony.
Exactly. Again, and they're doing all of that work and money, paying for all that for a small percentage of their sales. Like, if we were in their positions, Jose, you're the econ guy. Would you be doing the same? What do you think of all of this?
I mean, the number. Okay. I have 2 pieces here. So as the smart, I'm not saying I'm smart, but as the smart move, this is the smart move for Sony, because they know that they have the market power to do this. They know that, it's going to sound weird. It's not that I don't like to agree with Dan, but typically Dan and I do disagree on stuff. I agree with everything. In a chat earlier, we were talking about this, and Dan was like, they don't care. And they're going to do this, and people are still going to buy the PlayStation. And I have a hard time arguing against that right now, because as much as I love Xbox, and I like PlayStation too, I've had lots of PlayStations. I have nothing against PlayStation. I just like Xbox, and I want this to be a fair fight because I believe in competition, right? That's the piece that I want. I want competition. I think this sucks, right? But I think it's the smart thing to do for Sony because of what Luke said, because you don't have to print discs. You don't have to pay artists to make the art for the covers. You don't have to ship discs. You don't have to have a brick and mortar store to sell discs. People get it instantly, right? Because then you get rid of things where like downloading stuff, but you have to make sure you have the servers to do that kind of stuff. Here's what I think sucks about this, though, because I don't want to do different arguments than what you guys said. N. Johnson sent me this podcast link today. It was actually in our Discord. Triple Click. I had never heard of it. Really cool podcast, actually. Jason Schreier's on it. It was a whole thing with him.
I don't trust Jason Schreier.
That's fine. That's where we disagree again. It's fine. Welcome back. But the whole point that they were making was that, like, in today's economy, because we're talking about the economics of this is a problem. And it's a problem that I don't know if Sony is fully thinking through. Like, they do have the market power to execute this change, and it's going to totally shift the landscape of gaming. Like, it just is, flat out, whether you like it or not. But the scary thing is just that, like, dude, this really alienates a significant population of people from playing games, right? And like some of the arguments he was talking about was like, there are people out there who only buy 2 games a year. Not the ones we joke about like Madden and FIFA and Fortnite and stuff, but like people that are like, we can afford exactly 2 games a year. You get one for your birthday, you get one for Christmas. And so this changes that landscape, because again, you think you can go buy it and you might have to wait till like a used game comes out and you go buy the used game because it's just 40% cheaper. That's what we can afford. Those people are now gone. And in a world where more and more of our kids are like appalled at the idea of paying for games, right? Because they're used to playing free games on their phones and stuff. That's scary for the grand scheme of this hobby, right? Which again, that's what it is for us, right? And it's more than that because we're podcasters and whatever, but like, that's the scary part, that it really does remove that secondary market. And it's not a market that I'm part of. I don't buy used games, not because I'm an elitist. I just don't buy them. Like I buy Steam sales, right?
Exactly. That's what people are going to have to adapt to, Jose. They might not be able to buy that used game, but if they wait, these games go on sale across all of the platforms at some point. You just might have to wait
but
longer.
Sony doesn't,
except
do
for
that.
Nintendo. Nintendo's not.
Nintendo is real rare.
I watch Sony's. I have my PS app. I put stuff on my wish list. Stuff goes on sale. This whole thing, like, oh, they're going to control the prices. Your variable pricing, and you're never going to be able to buy a game on sale. No, Sony's not that greedy, are they?
I mean, it's just it's wild. I'm curious what this game will like. When we get past GTA 6, like I know that's the big thing right now, like the $80 game and all this stuff, but like let's get to spring of next year, a year from now even, right? And like all of a sudden, as we're approaching 2028 and this reality becomes in people's faces, this is a big jump. And you know what it reminds me of? Because I fully agree with, I think it was Pro Dad Skill said, my personal opinion is they should offer it physical. I'll never buy it physical, but they should offer it to the people that are willing to pay. And like respectfully, I'm not trying to make them burn all your guys' money. Charge $10 more. Like, and that's, I know that sounds crappy. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to offend people.
I don't think it
look,
does.
But to say like, look, if I know people would say I'll pay $10 more because I want to have the disc, I want to have the steelbook, I want to have the collector's edition, right? I think there's a line there, right? Like at some point you're going to find that valuation where like it's too expensive. But I think right now, as you soften this, I think that's the thing that would have been a smarter move, is to say, we're going to make them, but they're more expensive. And then it becomes a choice, right? You choose to purchase the digital or not, but they didn't ask me.
I fully agree with that, because it's the same argument why people were mad paying for Call of Duty and Game Pass when they don't play Call of Duty. Why am I paying extra for my digital copies to support your physical habit, for the printing and the shipping and the shelf space and the cellophane and everything that goes into a physical copy of a game? You could be onto something there. But I want to address Eric's comment there about making $1 billion last year on physical sales. Sony will now make $1.5 billion on the digital sales of those same goods. They will.
The logic is they're making, but I don't know, dude.
Are people going to not buy them?
You guys really think they're going to lose that much from these physical minority? The 20, we'll say 20%, to being extra generous.
I mean, Dan, here's a scenario. So I think it was actually on Expansion Pass. It might not have been. It might have been Trophy Room. One of our sister shows. A year or two ago, they had I can't remember the group, Luke and Logan, if it was you and you remember them. They were 4 females. They were podcasters. They all lived in the South. They all lived in rural areas. And I remember so distinctly that episode, because they were talking about like, look, when I buy a game, I literally have to wait 2 days for it to download because the internet in our area doesn't work well.
And that was me for a while.
And I know that's 2 years ago. And I know, I get it. I understand all the arguments, but like, that is still a section of our country, dude. And not just our country, the world, right? Like, again, we live close to Denver. Denver is a major city. It has massive infrastructure. Like, this is not a problem we deal with, but it is something that lots of people deal with, right? And not everybody can afford to pay for gig Ethernet. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the part that I think that Sony is not calculating into this calculus. I don't know, dude.
And they know it's worth losing them if that's the case. I think they absolutely do know.
I think it was Black Girl Games. Thank you, Luke. I think it was Black Girl Games, by the way.
Also, Eric, Sony made billions off of PC ports, and they backed away from that.
Yeah,
I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, that's fair.
What's Elon's internet company that exists? There's
Starlink.
You got Starlink. I'm in small town country USA, Pennsylvania. I'm getting 300 down and I have better upload speeds.
What's
than
that, Dan?
Comcast.
You're breaking up? Say that again.
200 up.
I'm just kidding.
No,
Just kidding.
Real quick, I want to make an argument for another service that y'all should look into. If you're that concerned about game preservation, the only place you should be playing video games is on PC. Because you can pirate on PC and it will always be there. Just
not everyone can afford internet. You're absolutely right. And here's the other thing: if people really cared about physical media, people should have been buying physical games.
Right.
I mean, that's the bottom line.
I think the people that
that's no.
Yes, they did.
That's the bottom line. If a majority of people cared about physical games,
that's not what you said.
These numbers would be flipped.
That's not what you said. You said the people that wanted
70%. Yeah,
exactly. But that's also
fine, but those people
point,
did.
Chance, is people don't care about. People don't care about
the majority of people.
Correct.
the overwhelming majority.
Exactly.
Right. It's not just a majority.
I don't want to sound like an asshole. I think it's funny and I think it's hilarious that Sony's getting dunked on a rare Xbox win, even though they didn't do anything.
It's so sweet.
And I do feel bad for the Erics, but at the same time, like Bubble Boy, this changes nothing for us, and it changes nothing for 80% of PlayStation's core market, and that's the unfortunate truth of it. Yeah. And I don't know if there's anything that could have been done. We were headed down this road
in 2013.
Yeah, we were. I know.
I mean, exactly. Xbox was just
this topic single-handedly. This topic single-handedly killed Xbox, and now it's turning around and going to kill Sony. Hopefully,
hopefully, Jesus.
Sony has done the math.
Sony.
I guarantee.
My stock went up 3% shortly after this news. Just so you know, Sony's stock went up. So
it should have.
Yep.
It makes sense.
You know what's interesting is, could you imagine what this would be like for PC gaming if it wasn't so expensive? Like, if just imagine for a minute that the AI thing hadn't happened. This would be such an interesting conversation, because like the Steam machine would be cheaper, building your own PC would be way cheaper, and in a world where Sony was killing this, right, and the expensive consoles, like, it's just interesting, right? And we're talking about futures that don't exist.
No, and I think that's what's the point we keep forgetting about. But someone had made it earlier in the chat. I think maybe it was Silkenet, but like that. I don't think this has anything to do with trying to be like Grand Theft Auto. I think we have to think differently now that RAM and all this stuff costs so much more, that where can we cut corners so that we don't have to, what we're going to talk about in a minute, start shuttering all these really, really good studios and getting rid of developers and stuff. And this feels like such an easy win. Granted, again, yes, I would have done it a little bit different and not just gotten rid of it altogether, but I'm not in charge. So
Eric says if Sony lost 20% of their sales, they would literally be in the red. They had a 7% profit margin. Guess what, Eric? It's not. They're not going to lose 20%.
Then they'd have to go back to PC, Eric. I mean,
if it's 10, I'll be shocked. We will see. We will see how, as upset as the internet is now, we will see next week when Xbox announces their layoffs, how people react to that. And then in a month or so, or when Spider-Man comes out and God
when GTA 6 comes out,
when GTA 6 comes out, we will see if this is really going to hurt PlayStation. And my money's on it's not. And unfortunately, this changes nothing for PlayStation. I even tweeted it out. It's
a lot more people will wait for sales. I'm sure of it. I mean,
so probably.
So their week one numbers are all going to look way worse because people are like, I'll wait 6 months.
Again, we're also assuming people game like this, and a majority of gamers do not game like this. A majority of gamers buy 1 or 2 games a year. That's it, and they're fine with that. And they don't even buy games when they're on sale. And the whole landscape is changing. It's just, we're archaic. We are the boomers. We are the dinosaur gamers. And Luke even said it this recently on Defining Duke. And shout out Luke. Also, they were talking about you this week about how kids don't care about what they're gaming on. They game on their Chromebooks, they game on their phones, they game on whatever is available to them, and it's as simple as that. And Luke said it. We olds are buying the $60-$70 games at day one. Occasionally.
Good foreshadowing, because next week we're gonna have someone from Gen Z maybe on the show, and he'll be able to tell us exactly what this is like coming from his point of view. So he probably doesn't even know. He's like, what do you guys talk? What are our
exactly.
What's exclusives?
Yeah,
it's physical.
And then Gentlestone says, "This is why I sub to Game Pass. Why buy the game when it's the license to be pulled?" Exactly. Yeah, but
it makes it more valuable. I can't lose anything. It goes out of the service. I didn't buy it. I just rented it. Who cares?
yeah, but I'm also worried about Game Pass
I'm not.
as well. Yeah, Luke, they were talking about you again this week, and they listen. You got to listen to the episode. Oh, whenever it's on free feeds, definitely give it a listen. They talked about you towards the beginning about filling in with what's his face, deck ready guy, Jimmy Champagne. All right, Jose, let's get a timestamp at 35 minutes for news story number 2. I'm sure we're going to continue. Actually, wait. No. I take that back, Jose. Not yet. Speaking of PlayStation making the switch again, which isn't until January 2028. We've got time. Todd Oxtra in our Discord asked us, if physical discs and disk drives are going away, what would your solution be to keep game ownership alive? A digital marketplace where you could sell your license to another user and the marketplace gets a cut? Game cards like the Switch? Games on micro SD cards so consoles can use a standard format? Bacon, what do you think about that? What do you think the solution would be?
I mean, I've looked at my digital library and thought 100 times, God, I would love to sell some of this stuff back. That would be mine, but the only people that will probably allow you to buy it back would probably be the publisher or the platform holder. So I'd have to sell my games back to Sony so they could repackage it and sell it again. That's the only answer I have. I
like that idea too.
I don't even think about them. I just scroll past them like, God, I played that for 8 minutes.
Yeah, I agree, Bacon. I like the idea of, so I'd even be fine if I can sell it back to Steam or on a Steam marketplace or widget or whatever. I genuinely would rather get something back than nothing.
Right.
But Bubble Boy, you're raising your hand. Go ahead.
Yeah, because what does that do for Steam? Why would Steam be okay with that?
Yeah, they want to sell the new copy.
It doesn't.
Right.
I think we're thinking about this wrong, and this is probably a bad comparison, but like you don't do that with most other products. There's plenty of products you can't do that with.
That's true.
Where it's like, hey, this food, yeah, you know what? Now that I've eaten it all, it wasn't great for me. Can I have my money?
Well,
back?
Costco,
like,
Kirkland will let you.
Sure. Like that, it can be a thing, but I think because this switch is happening, I think there's something inherently wrong. Don't take this wrong, Todd. Like there's something inherently wrong with your question. Why do we have to keep game ownership alive? Game ownership to me could be just as simple as I played it. Now I own those memories. Think about it like a vacation. Think about it like experiencing art or going to the movie at a movie theater. Like you own it because you experienced it. And that is, I don't know, unless we get, why am I drawing a blank? Blade Runner. Unless we get into the Blade Runner universe, I don't think that's a thing that can be taken from me.
Gentle Stone said
Gentle
this
Stone.
lower
Yeah,
income
absolutely.
kids and families.
It does.
Absolutely
But
does.
I would also say gaming is an expensive hobby
It's
in
a
the first
luxury
place.
hobby. It's not a guarantee. It's not
It's
a
never
right.
been cheap. Even back when
Right.
we were buying, remember SNES? Like games were more expensive back then.
Ooh.
The systems were more expensive in 90s money. And like it's never been affordable. And even with that, like there are ways to get in. Like you don't have to buy everything new. You can buy hard copies used. And again, I know you can't buy used digital games yet. Maybe that will come in time. Or again, if you just wait for sales, and there's so many free to play games, I don't know.
God, if I could
I
get
think
$5,
Sony's done the math.
if I could get $5 and give back half my digital library just to clear up my Steam homepage, I would do it.
Who said Torshik said, give me a super USB and let me own the damn license along with the full game download if you won't sell me I agree. I think that's a good idea. Logan Chance asks, how many games have you bought, not played, and would be upset if you lost access because of a license deal ending? I wouldn't be upset.
I'm checking right now. I'm at 2 so far. I have Banishers, Ghost of New Eden. I have Chained Together.
Oh yeah, I still.
I mean, if I haven't played it by now, I'm probably not going to be too angry. I'd be like,
Oh, totally. And I'm like, yeah, and like when Banishers came to Game Pass, or if they took it away from me right now, I'm gonna be like, that one's on me. Like,
yeah,
it's gonna.
my bad.
I think just those two, because I'm positive that didn't happen when I was playing just on Xbox or PlayStation. If I physically bought something, I was absolutely playing it. Yeah, just two, Logan.
I got a ton of stuff in my.
Oh nope, sorry, very last one, 3 XCOM 2. But that was one that I was just like,
Isn't that one free?
just in case. I've got.
Jose, what do you think about
I think
Todd's
I paid
question?
$4 for it.
Do you think a micro SD or a cart is a solution? Because I think that costs money to make.
I think, trying to be a realist, I think the inherent problem, like what I would personally appreciate and would be willing to even pay like a fee for, is a digital marketplace, right? Like the equivalent of like a Facebook marketplace that's managed and moderated, and I could feel safe not only selling but buying my games. Like that's what I would prefer. I think the inherent problem with that though is the issue of piracy and scams, right? Like if like we buy a lot of stuff on Facebook Marketplace because we like to save money, right? Because it's great for kids stuff. It's great to just get rid of the crap I need to get out of closets. I don't have to have garage sales, all that stuff. I love that. But also, even as like savvy shoppers, we deal with a lot of scams. And like, if you want to know how racist the internet is, I kid you not, a serious thing. So just so we're clear, in case you're new to the show, like I was born in Colorado. My first language is English, but my name is Jose Alberto Martinez III. That's my name. And so when I go to Facebook and that's my name and I post stuff, nobody will click on my ads. Like I kid you not, but I give it to my wife, who's named Victoria Martinez. She we'll literally post the same thing, same pictures, same description, and she'll get 10 hits before I get one. And it's, look, man, I don't think, I'm not calling people racist. That's what I'm saying. But I think it's genuinely, they're like, I don't trust this dude, right? That it's the inherent thing. And I think that's the problem, is that if I were to put a digital game somewhere, how do I know? Or if I pay $6 for that and it's just some random marketplace, I'm going to get scammed way more times than I actually get the product that I want. So I think that's one thing that's a problem. Dios mío.
Dios mío. Oh, Dios mío. Ay, caramba.
And that already exists with like when I first got into PC gaming and I wanted to try to buy Cyberpunk on the cheap, which was stupid. I went to the G2A place and didn't know what I was doing. And what I was buying was the rights to log in as somebody else.
But
and that was 1,000% a scam, Daniel.
Yeah, but I think it's a little different if you're selling through an Steam official marketplace, like they do with those. What are those things that you can buy? Those stupid little, the skin trinket collectible things that you can buy. The cards. They have like the Steam little cards that you can buy. Like it would be like that. And PlayStation, if they're regulating it and they've got the code, I don't think you're going to be scammed too much. You're just not probably going to be getting much money.
Yeah, and it'd probably be peer-to-peer sales instead of selling back to Steam and then letting Steam resell it. But Steam would never do that.
No.
I mean, so that's what I think would be my preferred thing. The other thing that I think is the best solution is what we already have, and it's Game Pass. It's the Netflix equivalent of movies, right? Like, I don't want to. Like, I know that sounds crazy, and I understand that, like, we're now in the world where, like, if you don't subscribe to Hulu and Peacock and Netflix and HBO, you can't watch all the movies that you want to watch. But I also, like, respectfully, I don't know if people care as much as they think they do. Here's what I mean by that. Here's what I mean.
They don't.
When I was younger, I used to love buying DVDs. It was like one of my favorite activities through college. Like I probably had 600 DVDs. Like, cause they were unique things. Like I had Jim Brewery's comedy skit, and I had, I don't know, like weird ones that you couldn't just go find at like Best Buy or Media Play.
One of my favorite things as a child to do was to go to your house and just look again. Be like, what all is here this time? Like, let me see if there's. Truly. And
I'll tell you, as I got older, I hated carrying them around as I moved. And so I eventually digitized them on Plex, and I run them on a Plex server. And I know it's not the same thing. Like, I totally understand that. But I really thought I was going to miss it. Like, it was really hard the day that I went to like a pawn shop and sold them all for, pennies on the dollar, basically. And then like a month later, I wanted to watch something. And I was like, oh, cool. I can watch Three Ninjas Kick Back. Sweet. Right? I can watch Jim Brewer's thing. I can watch Showgirls. I can watch whatever I want.
You own Three Ninjas?
How dare you, Bacon? Of course
I own Three Ninjas on DVD
I also
too.
Own Surf Ninjas. What are you talking about?
Or no, sorry.
What about Beverly Hills Ninja?
I do have that one. That's a great one. Chris Farley. It's a classic. Yes. Absolutely. Anyway, my point is that I was really upset about it till it worked pretty well, and then I wasn't. But again, it took effort. It wasn't easy to do. Like ripping 600 DVDs took me like a year. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the other piece with this that people have to, or that Sony needs to think about, is this is going to increase piracy. Like whether you want it or not, like this is going to feed that machine a little bit. You know, if people are willing to do that work. Yeah, Rocky loves
the amount of binders I have in my unfinished basement right now with all my physical media, and I don't even care if my basement floods at this point. That's how much I care about my physical media. And I have a shit ton of it.
Yeah. and I also think people forget that discs and cartridges, what happened to them over time, Jose?
Oh, they get scratched.
Yeah.
They break down and they stop working. It's not like you'll always be able to play everything.
But I digress. Like my ultimate thing is I still believe firmly that the option should be there. That is my official stance. If people want it, they should have the right to be able to do that. It sucks that we don't. But in the world where I've actually lived that life, I actually really appreciated the digital. I like that I can take things anywhere.
How do I can access it anywhere. In a hotel, on a plane. I can access my digital library anywhere.
You get still mad that they kicked Hulk Hogan in the high noon at Mega.
Speaking of Eric also had said the Steam marketplace can safely do like our idea of selling the games, but publishers would never approve something that only benefits its users and not them.
Yes.
Okay, well then they get a cut of it.
It's all money.
Yeah. Like I pay 10% extra to get rid of stuff like
whatever.
that. Yeah.
Exactly. Like I think that's a great option. I would love to. Like, there's some games I bought on Steam. I'm like,
I always hated the awkward conversations at the GameStop with the guy behind the counter.
Oh yeah,
always so freaking awkward, bro. I'm like, bro,
so guilty. Like,
have you ever met another human, bro? Just give me my copy.
Bubble Boy. You didn't know you could sell those cards, by the way.
I'm actually trying to look right now.
I've actually purchased. I've purchased some for like cents for like to complete my Mass Effect one. So I have like the N7 logo. Like
I did too.
You just go to it and you can say sell it. Anyway, go to
it. I can't find it. I don't know what.
You gotta go on your profile and
it's on your profile.
It's all on the right side of your Steam.
We got another question here, you guys. The Discord was popping off right before the show. Eric asked us, since we are throwing away ownership and instead moving towards simply paying for an indefinite access to games, which can be taken away at any moment, how much would you trust a company like Sony to manage said access to what will likely over time become something that you would have spent hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on?
Can I go first?
Go ahead.
Eric, I don't trust Sony any further than I can throw them. They also just removed 500 movies from people's libraries because they don't have the license for them. They purchased. I don't trust Sony as a corporation further than I could throw the whole corporation. I probably can't throw them very far. So.
And Eric, guess who else I don't? I don't trust Xbox. I don't trust Steam. But unfortunately,
I don't trust Nintendo either.
We all signed the EULAs, and we're just anything can be taken away from us at any time. Sorry, that's I pay for the convenience that Jose mentioned earlier. Like that's what
unfortunately, it's the same with like banks, dude. Like I don't trust my bank at all.
FDIC
but you know what? I have
to a certain amount.
Yeah, but like if you ever have to deal with fraud, like they can be like, "Yep, denied," and you're like, "I just lost $10,000." Like, sorry, you should have been smarter. Like that can happen too. That sucks. You know what I'm saying? But like, unfortunately, that's the reality of the world we're in, brother. I don't know what to say.
What's a gem that I can break these down into?
You break those into points, and then you turn all your cards into packs.
Can we do this later, Bubble Boy? Let's move on to the last question.
I got like 17 of these Grace Ashcroft cards.
I tried to trade you a card once, and you ignored me. I really needed that card too.
Last question from the Discord on this topic.
16 cents for this. Yes, sold.
Captain Logan said, as PC gamers, are you concerned with losing access to games through Steam? Is GOG underrated for what they offered? I'll go quickly first. Yes, GOG is underrated, Logan. It's absolutely fantastic that you buy the game and you own it forever and you'll always have access to it. You have the actual file, right, Bacon? And you can always, the executable file or whatever it is, and you can always get it. Absolutely underrated.
Until they're not.
But they don't have Steam achievements, Logan. And so, I can't earn my perfect games, which is now going to be the new standard because now I really don't give a shit about platinum trophies.
Don't we play to have fun in games?
But no, of course I don't trust Steam, Logan. Logan, again, we just answered this. I don't trust any of them, but what can I do? Stop gaming? They got me by. Look at Logan. They got me by the balls right here. They're grabbing them. They're pulling them.
They're too small, Dan. I can't see them.
Shut the up,
No,
Gary.
no. That's where you're wrong, Bacon. Allie's always said you've got big balls, small chorizo. She's always said that.
Yeah, no, I don't trust Steam either. I don't trust any of them. I play the game. I forget about it.
Yeah, Jose actually probably cares the most because he actually has this Plex server set up, and he's actually done.
And he was smart because he got Plex cheap. Now it's like
I
$700.
saw they're like buy it now, and I was like, should I get this? I'm like, no.
Yeah, I bought the lifetime thing for $100, dude. That was about one of the best things I ever did. I mean, dude, it's scary and it sucks, but it is just unfortunately the world that we're in. Like, nothing irks me more than I'm like, I want to show my daughters this movie from like the 90s, right? And I'm like, and I have a lot of services, and I'm like, I cannot find it anywhere, which I could buy it for $15 digitally, but they could also theoretically, like, that sucks. Like, I'm with you on that 100%.
That does suck.
But but then I have to other side of that is having a DVD player, which are not reliable that much anymore, right? And then having the disc, and like if the kids don't scratch it, then like it's just a weird.
You have a DVD player of Series X if you would have kept it.
I don't have my Series X. I have a Series S, but guess what? It's all digital.
I do have a DVD writer for my PC. I can load my old Windows.
I have
on
a
it.
USB drive back there that I could like spin up if I need to.
Hey Todd, I don't know where you're going with this since you use GameFly. I'm still utterly confused at your statement here, bro.
Let's save it.
Oh, so
all right, it's time to move on. It's time.
Woodpit says, I generally trust Xbox and Steam more than the others. I agree. I mean, I agree. Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo has done way more to make their games backwards compatible, way more access to your digital libraries, either streaming or through emulation on their consoles.
Practical magic.
But
it's a good movie,
Steam, I don't know. But let's move on. Great discussion on the great physical debate in the end.
It's dead.
We will see how much this changes PlayStation's economics when Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out.
It's their own rake they stepped on, Dan. This could be a big one.
I think this changes nothing for them personally. Speaking of physical versus digital, Jose, let's move on to the second news story from The Verge. Xbox is testing disc to digital feature that digitizes a physical game collection. Okay. I mean, Xbox is warning you, hey, we're probably going to go off all digital too, but we'll offer you some sort of solution to this if you care about this. Bacon, is this big news, little news, or no news?
I mean, the question is, does this still work after it's been digitized? I'm sure it does, right? So it'll still play in your 360, I would assume. So, again, options are great, and God, then you could take all those discs off the wall behind you, and you'd have shelf space back and more room in your house for activities if you just digitized your whole library. So, hey, Eric, you'll get more room back in your room if you get rid of all your physical stuff.
No,
but it looks pretty cool, bro. For the record,
you know how much yoga you can do.
Does this do anything for you? Being able to take a physical game and digitize it, like I could do that with Silent Hill Downpour. Apparently,
I don't have physical.
No, I because I won't be doing that.
Do you think this will bring people from PlayStation over to Xbox?
No, God,
no. They'd have to buy a whole new library when they
the
came
people.
over.
Yeah, the people
just
that
to
are
digitize it.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, no.
Todd says it's only Xbox One and Series discs. Yeah, makes sense. It's something. Will PlayStation follow suit, Jose?
No.
Or
no?
Jose,
you're muted.
I'm sorry, my bad. I mean, I think in the wake of this news from Sony, this was a positive article for Xbox, right? And if this thing happens, it will be a positive thing because, again, even though the four of us are not those people, there are lots of people, including in our chat, that like this does matter to them. So just hearing the thought of like, look, I can still have the disc, but I can also keep the digital. And even if it's just I want to put them in like storage in a safe place because I care about them for archive purposes, because there are people that do that too. Like, it's cool that they're just offering the options pieces of it. That's the piece that I think is appealing to this. Again, not to me personally, because I don't even have any of these discs, right? From the one or the the thing. But back compat has always been something that is passionate. People are passionate about, and so I'm glad that there is an option for them to do that. And if they can pull this off, I think that is a win for Xbox, whether that's for Helix or for this gen or whatever it is.
Yeah, I
We've
said
gotta
this
stop
is.
using the Verge.
I said this is a rare Xbox.
Yeah, I can't read it either.
Yep.
Potential win. Whatever. All the info's right there, basically.
The Verge
I
is
mean,
painful.
Eric says this is likely the remnants from the original Xbox One system having unique IDs on every disc. Would be hilarious if after all this time it could come back to be a win. Yes. Todd says, are you scanning the disc on Series X and Xbox One, or do you all expect to put a disc on Helix? That's a good question.
I expect Helix won't have a disk drive.
I expect that a version of Helix will have a disk drive.
But if Helix is more of a PC than it is a console, I'm sure you can have the option. Again, I'm shocked that Bacon actually has a physical optical drive.
Dude, I had because my first copy of Windows that I bought when I built my first PC in like 2008 was on a disk, and I still use that to load my media, and then I loaded Windows 11. Whenever I do a hard drive swap or a fresh install, I still have it.
All right, let's move on to another Verge article. Shout out to Tom Warren again, Jose, whatever time this is. No thanks. Xbox waits canceling Blade game, Stuttering Arcade, in addition to the all other studios. Bacon, we were talking about this earlier about how next week people will forget about the PlayStation digital news because everyone will be shitting on Xbox for closing multiple studios next week. Do you see a world where Blade and Arcane Studios is stuttered?
I mean, it's a Marvel property, so they're going to have to pay licensing for that, and not guaranteed how many sales. That's very well could be market. Games with other people's IP is expensive, and so I can't imagine Marvel's just letting them make this out of the
how does that
kindness
look
of their
for
heart.
Disney?
Counterpoint. Isn't Disney already having issues making the Blade movie as it is that they were supposed to have already redone?
Yeah,
what
the
if
director walked away.
Yeah, and didn't the actor get in trouble or whatever? What's his face?
Oh, Mahershala Ali's fine.
What's the other games that Arcane Leon has made? Is it Leon, or is that
It was
made?
it was
that?
No, that was Austin
Loop.
that got closed.
Deathloop, right?
Oh,
Deathloop.
okay. There's a chance. Deathloop was not, for me, anything special.
Okay. What about State of Decay being done, Zoe?
That would be wild.
That one's a tough one. I don't know how. I don't know how well that game could be monetized. Because in the end, it all comes down to how well you can monetize the game.
All right, Bubble Boy. Let me ask you this:
permadeath characters. Do you want to buy an outfit for a permadeath character, and then it dies, and you're like, kind of.
I think you probably would have access to it in the closet.
That's what most MMOs are based off of, isn't it?
Bubble Boy, do you think when we hear about these closures next week, rumors are right? It's supposed to be soon. Do you think it's going to be as bad as we thought, or much worse than we're anticipating?
Exactly the same as what we're anticipating, which is like there's going to be one that's like, oh shit, that really sucks. I did not necessarily see that coming, but
that's
not like
rare. Not
like doomsday, like, oh my god, there's 4 studios and one of them's Playground. Like, it's not going to be like that.
Or Treyarch.
Yeah, and it's not going to be nothing either.
It'll probably be rare.
Jose, what about you? What do you think about that question?
I think selfishly, I really want a Blade game. Like, it's such a cool ass idea for a game.
I
it's
do
just
too.
A vampire.
We need more vampires
that kills vampires. And I know that we have Blood of the Dawnwalker coming, which is cool, and I'm pumped for it. But that's not what Blade is. Like, I want a modern day. I want techno beats and
I want Redfall Vampire Blade, but good with Blade.
I mean, literally, if they just took the story from Blade 1 and I fought Deacon Frost and I killed him in the exact same way, I would be happy because I think that'd be fun to do as a game.
2 is better.
3 was best.
Jessica Biel all day long.
All of them. I would take any of the storylines.
Right.
So I would be really bummed if they did this. I also wonder, just in the ethereal world, like, let's say they did cancel it and they say, hey, now we're canceled Blade because it's too expensive and Marvel and Disney, we're going to make a new vampire game called Blaze, right? And they're going to just do like the basic. Could they do that? Like, how close of the copyright could they get? Certainly could be something they explore. But I think the bigger thing is, to Dan's question, I think that it's going to be bad. But I think that, to be fair, Asha has done a good job. I don't think it's going to be worse than we think. I think they're going to, she said all this. Like, I think I understand that it's a rate because they're still canceling people or canceling studios and stuff, but just, they have to also make money. They have studios that do make good stuff. I think if we had to pick one, unfortunately, I probably would say Close Blade because we haven't seen anything. We've not seen a trailer. We've not seen gameplay. We've seen no story. We have nothing of Blade other than I like the IP, but we've seen a lot of State of Decay 3 and it was solid.
Was it, Jose? By the way, when was that Blade reveal?
God.
Was it 2023? I want to say
22. I think it was 3 summers ago because it wasn't when Luke was there with the E-Day one.
Christ.
And that was all. It was just this.
It was just this. It was
basically this, right?
Now he's sitting in a barber shop chair.
Oh yeah, it was like
sun went down, and it was like a cartoon. Yeah, cinematic.
I mean, here's the truth: is if I worked for any Xbox studio right now, this would be a real crappy 4th of July, straight up. Because you're just worried about your job, and if I keep my job, great, let's drinks on me kind of thing. But I think. My hope, I guess I should say, is that we get through this, and if they're smart, which I'm hoping they will be, because I do think Asha's smart, do it all at once, dude. Literally, don't do this crap of like, we're doing 3 this week, and 3 in 3 weeks, and 2 more in a week after. Like, just do them all at once, and it'll be crappy news. And with Sony's crappy news, it'll just be a world of crap. And then we'll start to put the pieces back together. I just think it's just crappy all along, dude. Like that's the issue. What does it say?
14 cents. Grace Ashcroft already.
There you go. Just made money, bud.
Boy.
Man.
Woodput Just Blaze. Woodput's comment here is hopefully more layoffs than closures. I mean, I hope so, but they've got to close
some of these teams are pretty skinny to begin with. That
Snoop Dogg for Blaze. That'd be so sick, dude.
Yeah. Todd said Xbox is back to basics. Halo, Gears, Forza Horizon.
Moneymakers.
Sea of Thieves. Is Sea of Thieves still relevant?
No.
I don't know. COD, Blizzard, Bicecraft, and Fallout and Elder Scrolls. Is Grounded the only new IP that's happened? No. South at Midnight, Avowed.
Clockwork.
There's lots of other. I'm sure I'm forgetting some others. No, Todd, that's not the only one. Only new IP. What has Nintendo made since fucking stupid ass Squid Game? What's this? What's the oil Squid Game painting? What the hell is that stupid ass game called where you're like painting people? Splatoon. Yeah. Jeez.
What is stupid ass game?
What is Nintendo doing? And Frank Conductor says you forget about all the toxic work culture and harassment that came out of State of Decay. I agree.
Yeah, I know.
Bacon, State of Decay 3 has been a dumpster fire, and I actually wouldn't be that.
State of Decay 2 was a dumpster fire, if I'm being honest.
And Frank Conductor follows that up. For the record, I'm actually very excited about State of Decay 3, but man, I could see it exactly. I agree. Torchic says
it just seems like such a waste of resources, dude. Like at the point where you have this and like. And I guess they did that with what's the other studio that they showed that they're selling already from
Ninja Theory.
Ninja Theory from Sino. I guess it's kind of the same thing.
This goes to that Laura Fryer video that Eric mentioned and I had already seen. Everybody go watch it. She's right. Xbox gave too much. They didn't get involved and they didn't play some ground rules when they should have. They should have intervened. They should have managed it better. It's been poor management for ever since 2018.
Passion Project, I think, was the first line of the paragraph.
Dude, Luke,
when they purchased these guys.
I'm so tired of the Nintendo glazing, Luke. I can't stop with the Nintendo glazing. Like seriously, they've released an exclusive. They've remake the same damn games. Nintendo's overrated.
That's
dude.
fair. That's a fair statement, Dan.
And then by the way, apparently Torchic says it's Arcane Lion.
It's Leon.
Or how you pronounce
Leon. It's in French.
No, he says Lion.
Leon.
He says Lion.
Silkanik, correct us, please.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, Silkanik. What we got? Leon.
All right.
I'm about to lie on this grenade over here for how boring this conversation is.
Luke says Jose nails it. This is not a rake. They told us they're doing this, and they've been quite transparent. We'll see.
Generalities.
Here's another way to think about this. And I'm not trying to glaze Asha or anything. Asha has been in charge for 6 months, dude. Jesus, Bacon. 6 months. In another 6 months, it'll be her 1-year anniversary. And in that time, if things, well, there'll be bad news in there too. I'm not saying it's going to be a perfect run, but it could be a pretty significant future for Xbox, right? Like if they lay the right groundwork, we have to see.
And then maybe they lower prices at Game Pass because we're not having to support
Luke
5
says,
extra studios.
I'm sorry, we're getting a remake of Halo this month, Gears Redux, and Spider-Man Remastered.
But they're still also making new stuff.
How many of the same IP games have we gotten from Nintendo? Can they make anything besides a Mario and a Zelda game?
Donkey Kong.
Like, honestly. Speaking of remastered Donkey Kong Country HD, remastered Wii U Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. This is the 5th time we've seen this version of Star Fox. Come on,
he's
dude.
not wrong.
Nintendo. The only innovative thing Nintendo has done.
Got my back.
The only innovative Nintendo thing has done, besides the Switch, which is a good console,
it was a good one,
is Breath of the Wild. That's the only time I'll give them credit. And I don't like Breath of the Wild, but I will give them credit. At least they did something different with that IP. They made it worse because everybody loves Dungeons and Ocarina, sorry, Bacon, and Link to the Past style Zeldas, but whatever. I mean, we can continue to glaze Nintendo because
breakable weapons.
we just love, oh God, stamina bar. And because Nintendo can do no wrong. Nintendo bump. Let's just glaze Nintendo, nostalgia, Nintendo, Mario Odyssey, Luke. Sucks. Mario Odyssey sucks. Give me Super Mario Wonder and Super Mario World over that shit any day.
Or 1, 2, and 3.
Mario Wonder is worse than Astrobot.
Oh.
And I was complaining about Astrobot, but Astrobot's a better game. Astrobot is PlayStation Super Mario Odyssey, but better.
Hey, yeah, Luke. But do these apply to the new younger generation crowds? Us remastering the games we like? Probably not.
They were good games.
Give me a Mass Effect remastered, Luke.
Oh God.
How about that?
Full on
Oh wait. Luke literally hasn't played the greatest trilogy of games that carry over game to game ever made.
I don't think he finished it.
Can we just
he sold me his collector's box.
Come back to me, Luke, when you play the greatest trilogy of games ever made, with the only trilogy of games that has consequences from the first game through the DLC and all the games. On the
after your Masters, though, Luke, finish the Masters first.
Come back to me once you play again.
It is incredible.
The single greatest trilogy of games where every decision carries over game to game that has never been done before. Then I'll care about your Nintendo.
If that game ever goes away, I'll be angry.
Arkham. I love Arkham Asylum. I love Arkham City.
I liked
Knight
Arkham
was
Knight.
fine.
I liked
it, but it's not as good as the other two. I think they're better than Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, The Witcher did 2 and 3 had 2 to 3. I don't think 1 to 2 to 3. 2 to 3 had some very serious.
We all agree the Mass Effect.
It's not as good. I'm not saying it's better. I'm not saying.
Let's move on to let's just close off news stories. Everyone's getting tired of this, or everyone's pissed off.
Everyone's mad. I'm sorry, chat.
Bubble Boy, take this one away. PS6 equals Sony Switch. Yeah, where have you been, dude? Do you go on the Twitter streets? Do you not know that the next PlayStation is going to be a handheld and can switch?
I didn't
Take it
know
away.
that.
Bubble Boy, Boomer's coming in for a report, you guys.
Yeah, apparently the next the PS6 might look more like a Switch. That was news to me. I didn't know that as of, I think I put this in here on, I don't know, Monday or so. Is this really like that old a news? I didn't know that.
No, but
that's
the
rumors
rumors.
That it was.
Yeah, the
do this.
rumors have been that the next place. The rumors, Bubble Boy, here, a long time now, was there's going to be a handheld and then there was going to be a console. But now they're saying, well, maybe PlayStation's not going to make that console and it's going to be more like a dockable handheld, and maybe that's just it because of the crises that we're in.
You got to do something.
Can't put a disk drive on a dockable handheld, so
cartridge. Yeah, I guess this isn't a story. That's fine too, though.
I mean, it would be kind of
your effort.
It would be kind of nostalgic if Sony went and made the games look like the old memory cards of like PlayStation 1 and 2 era.
That'd be cool.
That would be kind of dope.
I'd be interested.
That would be dope.
I'd be like, okay, I guess.
But they're not going to do that.
Yeah.
Of course, Todd Oxtra says, go to Todd's. Todd, of course, that a hybrid PS6 is the only reason I'd go. Of course you would, Todd. We know you love PlayStation. of course.
He does.
And Eric says PS6 will look more like a vacuum cleaner because Sony sucks. And Todd also says Xbox. He keeps spelling Xbox wrong. Already has an Xbox Ally X. Does Xbox need a new version? No.
Yeah.
I mean,
heavy lifting.
if it's cheaper, maybe.
Let me throw this at you. What do you think if the next Xbox bacon is like, they'll release a limited number of official Microsoft hardware and then everything else is OEM? Like we get the Asus brand, we get the Acer brand, we get the Lenovo brand Xbox. Do you think that would be maybe a solution to their crisis that they have with production?
It takes emphasis off Xbox and sourcing parts and a lot of, time and money into mass producing 30 million. I don't care what anyone says. 30 million of anything is still a lot of things. So you kidding me, Dad? You're shaking your head that 30 million? It's a number I'll never see in my life. 30 million is a lot. I don't care what anyone says. That's a lot. It's more than 29 million, which is still a lot. But it takes the emphasis off Microsoft to do all that and lets other people do the heavy lifting, and then it won't be subsidized, though. That's the problem, because Lenovo is not going to make money off you buying games on the Xbox marketplace. So
yeah, but they'll make it on that initial hardware sale.
Yeah, that doesn't help the component crisis any.
True. Gentle says you can make it on a UMD disc. That'd be hilarious. No, they're not going back to that. Gentle says, so I want another Xbox Alex with a Panther Lake. What is that? Is that
it's an Intel chip.
That's what I was gonna say. Intel and an 8-inch OLED. I agree. It needs to be at least 8 inches. Bubba.
Who buys Intel?
It does.
8?
Sorry.
It's unrealistic. Yeah,
I know, but we need
6 is plenty.
I need 8
told
inches.
That.
All right, I need to.
But anyways, who buys Intel?
I mean, everyone used to.
I used to be a huge Intel fanboy.
We'll see. But anyway, that's the news for the week, guys. Good discussion. Apparently, people are mad about the loss of physical, but I think people will forget about it after next week. Let's jump into what have we been playing or watching? We actually have time for it this week. Jose, take it away. What have you been playing or watching, buddy?
Do someone else because I'm doing your notes right now, real quick.
All right, never mind. Timestamp. I'll go quickly because I've been on vacation. I've been playing Grand Theft Auto 3, you guys, on my Xbox Ally. For those of you wondering, if you put it to low settings on the 13-watt power, isn't that one of the options? Whatever the silent mode is, I'm getting up to 60 frames on that.
Really?
Put it up to medium, 17, 40, somewhere in there, 40. And then if you put it on high or medium plugged in, I'm getting 60. And then if I'm doing the performance high, not plugged in, I'm still about 30. So pretty solid performance. Guys, I forgot how hard this game can be. Bubble Boy, do you remember Grand Theft Auto 3 at all? There's some random missions where I'm like, I'm just barely passing these.
I remember the
time-wise.
What were God, why can't I think of the word? The Carnage ones? What were those called? Those were not always.
I know the what are they called?
Where you destruction?
GTA 3 is like 2001, Luke.
Oh my God, what are those?
Rampage. They're Rampage.
Yes, those I could remember
Killing
some of those being hard. Yeah. But no, I don't. Outside of that, I don't remember that. But I believe you. I mean,
do you have any interest in replaying these games? Because I'm trying to do all of them. Because I never played Vice City or San Andreas.
Yeah, Vice City definitely because 80s music is the best music.
Yeah, it is.
There was some really serious bangers in that one. I did try Vice City back on my PS Vita, I want to say. No, I didn't have a Vita. What did I have? PSP. It wasn't great. So, but
okay. Then I also played. Oh, by the way, Gentle Stone, you said 50% better than Ally X and less power. Yes, I did see the performance of the AI Claw or the MSI Claw AI Plus. Yeah, incredible. But also, isn't that like $1,700? So, yeah. Logan says GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas. You mean the greatest trilogy ever? Is it? Are those games?
It's definitely not better than Mass Effect.
I also don't think it's a trilogy. Like, could you cut up 2, 3, and 4 and call that a trilogy then, or 4, 5, and 6 and call that
Trilogy
a
of like those PS2, Xbox One Air games, maybe.
that doesn't slice right to me.
Also tried. Oh, I started up, couldn't figure out how to start the normal campaign. Marvel's Avengers. This went on sale for like $3 before it was delisted on the Xbox Marketplace.
Dang.
I took a screenshot. Speaking of Luke Lore, does anyone want to guess the total playtime in hours Luke Lore has spent on Marvel's Avengers?
107.
48.
12.
You guys are all so low that it's not even funny. Okay. Again, this is Luke Lore stats. I have the picture right here. Friends who played. He played. What's even more crazy is Luke Lore had played this game just 11 months ago. Eric says 600. Still not high enough.
Oh no! Then
Luke Lore. Luke Lore. You guys.
No, that's a mistake. Then
has
Console had to
played
be left on.
for 891 hours.
He went on vacation
on Marvel's Avengers. Again,
there's not that much
Luke
content.
Lore. Look at him. He's laughing. He's laughing in the chat.
How is there that much
love
content?
Avengers.
Oh my
891 hours in Marvel's
Mass Effect
Avengers.
quicker than that.
Luke, come defend yourself. What happened?
Holy
Oh my
shit.
god.
Anyway, I tried to play it, Luke. I didn't know what to do.
The only
because
way I would believe that is if you played it every time you went poop at work.
That's a lot of pooping, bro.
It's a normal amount.
That's like 20
Over
years
1
of
year?
pooping.
over 1 year.
Shout out to Woodpit. Vice City's probably favorite best soundtrack. Yeah, I've never
Back
played
me
it.
up,
I've
Dan.
always meant to. I'm gonna get to him. That's my so here's my plan. Woodpit. I'm gonna play GTA 3 this month, GTA Vice City the next month, San Andreas, and then GTA 4, and then I'm gonna replay all of them leading up to GTA 6, a moment we've been waiting for 13 years. And I'm not even like that big of a GTA fan. I enjoy them, but I'm not like, they're the best games ever. But yeah, by the way, Luke Lore, 891 hours, Marvel's Avengers. And then I played some Halo, you guys, with Ains and Pomps and HR Bomber last night. Man, that game is so sweaty. Still to this day, you guys, I just get absolutely destroyed. Just absolutely.
How did it play on your highlight? Pretty good.
Well, no, I was actually playing my laptop. And
Oh, gotcha.
I have a 4070 in here, which should run this game no issues. But I felt like I was lagging or losing frames. I don't know if it was my internet, but it was not a good.
You've had some issues tonight, so
Yeah, so I'm doing as best as I can with it, but I'm hanging in there. All things considered, I'm not getting many kills, but I know how to play the objective. I know how to be a good teammate. Started at Platinum 2 ranking, ended at Platinum 2. We were just getting killed. I don't know why I do it, Eric. I just get so angry, but hanging out with the boys, it's a good time. Eric said, Avengers is confusing if you drop it now because you have to go to the war table to start the game. Yeah, I figured that out later, Eric. I figured out you got to go and you not skip everything. And yeah, we don't need to talk about that.
Avengers was a fun game. I played it in Game Pass. And
yeah, I hope it's fun. Bubble Boy, what about you?
Yeah, I jumped into Black Ops 7, and after having just played the campaign,
I got to interrupt you, Bubble Boy. By the way, congratulations on your 1,000 of Vanguard. How the fuck did you do that? Because some of those achievements looked ridiculous.
They weren't. They really weren't.
The zombie ones and the multiplayer ones?
Yeah, no, not bad. The multiplayer, that was the very last one I got, was leveling 1 operator all the way up, but that didn't, it just took a while, and you just got to play.
Yeah, that wasn't that bad.
It really wasn't that bad. But so having, heard, that was the worst campaign and blah, 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 and people shit all over that game.
Let's hear, I got to hear what you think about Black Ops 7. I went into
Black Ops 7 thinking I'm going to really enjoy this because I really enjoyed Vanguard. I thought Vanguard had a great campaign. Black Ops 7 is dog shit, and I do not like to be like that. I like to praise people for the work they do, even if it doesn't turn out great. I got to the very end of, I think it's the 4th or the 5th mission, where you start on the boat and then you got to climb up the building, and I got a phone call, and you can't pause the game on solo campaign.
I told you about this, Bubba Boy. I warned you.
And just not like Elden Ring style can't pause. This makes Elden Ring look like Bluey, the video game, because you literally cannot pause. And then it kicked me out for inactivity. because I wasn't paused, because you can't. And then I was just sitting there, and I was literally at the boss, the big airplane thing. And I had to start all the way back over from the beginning. So if you die, there are checkpoints, but if you get booted, there are no checkpoints. Outside of that, the way it works, I am not a big fan of skipping cutscenes the first time I play a game. I was skipping cutscenes in chapter 2, starting chapter 2. That's how bad it is.
Yeah. Move away
It's
from
not
Black Ops.
like me.
Bubble Boy, here's a pro strat. You got to play it co-op. Go play with, open your lobby to play with it. It makes it a lot more fun. It does make it more fun to play with others.
If it's one of you guys, sure, but
No,
I'm almost
I played the
done
whole
now,
thing
I
with
think,
randos.
Yeah, I just that's the other sad part, because there are some really cool aspects.
There's some good gameplay.
There
The grapple.
The grapple is great.
I like
There's
the
a couple
bosses
other
too. I did. They're
machines. The
wacky, but they're
bosses were
fun.
pretty cool. And because I'm I think even if I wasn't skipping all the cutscenes, I'd still have no idea why I just fought my teammate as a giant, but whatever. And that's stupid too. So like, you hear it's supposed to be co-op, right? So you're supposed to have these other people there. And when you play solo, they're not there, but they still talk to you.
Oh boy.
And it makes no sense. Like I am really trying not to shit all over it, and I will come back to
No more Black Ops.
I know. So
Move away from Black Ops.
There was that, and then almost done with Final Fantasy VIII. Finished Another Crab's Treasure. Just a fantastic game. If you missed that one somehow and you like actual Dark Souls or Soulsborne like games, this one qualifies. It's not as close as Lies of P, because it's I'll say cartoonish, but it stops there, because after that it is difficult but cool, because you can change it. I didn't know this until the very end when I was achievement hunting, and I was like, I thought I had the weapon that was like a shooter, but I never got the achievement for the gun thing, and I was so confused. I was like, how come that one never popped? And then I looked it up, and it was like, no, there's a make everything easy, and your shell is actually a handgun that you just go and kill everything one shot. So you can make that game literally a walk in the park. It's worth your time. And watching, there was one thing, gosh, what was I going to say? Oh, if you missed Sheep Detectives or haven't seen Sheep Detectives yet, it's fantastic. It's definitely a kid's movie. But it's great. It's got Wolverine in it, and Elaine from Seinfeld, and the dude that writes for Ted Lasso.
Roy Kent?
His name. Yes, Roy Kent plays 2 sheep in it. Worth your time.
Very
yes,
nice.
Todd agrees.
Bacon, what about you?
I'm about 6 or 7 hours into Final Fantasy IV. I'm really enjoying watching the progression of how these games, like, you can actually tell the effort behind like some of the stuff that's going on in the background, and like it's almost like cutscene-ish at this point, where you can just see how they tried to keep going from the first one to the fourth one. And I lost some progress on it the other night. Thought I had a save, went to bed, came back. I'm all had to power through a section again that, of course I knew where to go, so it was fairly
Steam
quick.
or Xbox? I forget.
Xbox.
Okay.
I want all my Final Fantasy achievements on Xbox as a little.
I'm getting them all on Steam.
But that's all I've been playing. What I've been watching on Netflix, a show called The Last Ship that was on TNT like years and years ago, and then they just got it on. I have power watched all 5 seasons of it, and I have 2 episodes left, so 50 hours of The Last Ship, like nonstop, because summer sucks because nothing new is on. It's a great show, and I'm taking The Bear slowly because I'm afraid how this season's that it's all gonna end. I'm really
It's the
concerned.
final season, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to power watch it because it's probably gonna crush me, because The Bear is awesome.
Yeah. Very
All
good.
right, Jose, what about you?
So games, I don't think I mentioned this last week. I did finish Ninja Gaiden 4, which is it was a fun game. Very cool. It hit exactly the spot I was hoping for. Very challenging.
Yeah.
Like I think honestly on a hard level, or the level below hard, is like on par with like Elden Ring. It's very different than Elden Ring, but it is like not a joke. But cool story. I let it was fun. The jiggle physics were a little like, I was just like, that seems weirdly out of place a little bit, but fine. I also continue to play Black Mesa. I'm like 9 hours in at this point. which I'm liking. It's like, it reminds me of like what PC gaming was probably 10 years ago or 15 years ago. And honestly, like, I can see why people revere this game so much, because even though by modern standards what they're doing is like, yep, that's fine. I was like, dude, 15 years ago, this stuff would have been incredible in terms of like level design and storytelling and weapons and stuff like that. So I'm excited to finish that one out. And that's all I've been playing. I've been trying to watch a ton of stuff. So obviously World Cup, shout out to USA and Mexico for making it as far as they have so far. I think I mentioned this last week or not, I watched Hokum, pretty creepy, with Ben from Parks and Rec about like a witch in the forest in Ireland. That was pretty cool. And then I also watched Undertone because Diego recommended that one. That one was pretty creepy. That one's on HBO if you want to watch that one, about a woman taking care of her mom and this podcast thing. It creeped me out a little bit. We also watched Bride. It's like a retelling of The Bride of Frankenstein with Christian Bale.
Yeah.
It was okay. Luke, in terms of Mummy, I didn't hate Mummy, but it was rough in a couple spots for me because of like the kid thing. That was a little rough for me.
That new werewolf one looks scary.
Yeah, with Aaron Johnson. Yeah, it looks really good. And then just last night watched Master of the Universe finally. It was fun. Like, it was very nostalgic, silly, but like it kind of was self-aware a little bit, which was cool. Bride is on HBO, Todd. And then I also watched Mario Galaxy with the girls. That was really cool. I mean, not as good as the first one by any means, but still fun. Cool to see like Yoshi and some other characters and stuff. I understand why people want that Star Fox anime for sure. And then in terms of my daughters, I'm trying to still show them like summer of old movies. We watched Rookie of the Year, like classic baseball movie. And like when we started, they were like, I don't want to watch this. This looks
love that
dumb.
too.
And then by the end, they were like, that was a pretty good movie. I was like, yep, great. And then last thing with my wife, we've been watching this show called Castle Impossible that I love.
Wow. Yep.
It's about this couple that got basically gifted a chateau in France, but it's like in disrepair and they're like repairing it. It's like a home ownership show.
Yeah.
Reality. Yeah.
Real show, but it's real. I really like it.
On
And
HGTV.
yeah, I think I watched it on HBO though, but yes.
Oh.
And then the last thing was I've been reading more of Dungeon Crawler Carl. I'm already on book 3 now. Like, super good,
I
dude.
forgot. About halfway through the first one. So good.
Super good, dude.
Because you're reading it, Jose.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
The Audible version is fantastically done. It is.
That's also reading. So
good.
Yep.
Yeah.
So good.
And what's crazy is, so we last weekend we went up to the Dirty Head concert in Dillon. It was an awesome concert up there. But I actually got because I got a Kindle for Father's Day, I got Audible free for a month, and so I downloaded the first book for us to listen to because Victoria's reading the first book. And even though I'd already read it, I was like, I absolutely want to hear this. Everyone keeps talking about this. The dude who's reading it, it's literally one dude. Like one dude does all of the voices, which is pretty rad. So yeah, if you haven't started it, if you love video games, even the slightest, and you can read, you should read Dungeon Crawler Carl. I promise you, it's pretty good.
it is reading, Luke. I'm sorry to tell you.
No, it's not.
It is.
Yeah, about that red card last night. Woodpit says, "What's his last name? Bolo."
Every time I want to like soccer, I'm like,
No one understands the extra time.
And I think it's dumb that they have to miss a game. That's dumb.
Yeah.
Just kick them out of that B game right then and there. Why do
He
they have to
didn't
miss
kick
a
It's
game?
an
somebody
incentive so that
else.
they don't do this stuff and like throw games, because you could do it in you could hurt a
no.
player.
Think about the NFL. Like, what would it take to? You have to target somebody's head. You have to knock their head like basically off onto the ground behind you. It's
And that's just a fine.
yeah. Sometimes, yeah. It's stupid.
Woodpit also said, "When's the new Brendan Fraser mummy supposed to come out?" I don't know what you're
I
talking
mean,
about.
it's like
All the-
2029, I think.
The only mummy I know about Woodput is the one starring Tom Cruise, the reboot for that mummy universe that they were trying to do. I don't know what.
I
about
watched that
Angels in the-
recently, Dan.
Is
It's
it worse than
really
you
not-
remember?
It's way worse than I remember.
I kind of wanted to watch it. Can my kids watch it? I kind of wanted to watch like a somewhat.
I
stupid
showed
movie.
Penelope.
Only
It's-
because I'd say
Okay.
because it's like not because bad.
it's such a bad movie.
That was a terrible movie.
That was a rare Tom Cruise miss. Actually, he was all right. The movie just wasn't
I mean,
very
it was
good.
a cool premise, but dude, it like
Yeah, they
I don't
just
know
didn't-
what they
they're
got
not
wrong about it. It
executed
just like
well.
didn't
Yeah.
come together well. They were
Yeah.
building a cool universe with
I-
like Jekyll and Hyde and Russell Crowe, and it just
Oh,
was
they
not
think
great.
They just didn't execute. And then Angels in the Outfield, Frank Conductor says, "What about it?" Yeah, it's a great movie. I'm sure we'll watch that.
I might watch that one at some
one's
point, too.
sad. That one's sad though.
Yeah.
It's a little sad.
Yeah.
Expansion. Yes, Luke is right. Audible's not reading; it's consuming, and it's great, but it's not the same for your brain. I agree. And
Better because I can consume it faster.
My brain can understand.
Because I
it.
read at like a 3rd grade level here, bro.
And Woodpit also says soccer. You got to watch it for a while to understand. I have watched it. I used to.
Okay,
date a girl
explain
in
to
high
me the
school.
extra time then, because it's
The-
so
It's
random.
injury time.
The
9
clock
minutes.
rules don't make sense. Am I
Right.
right, Bubble Boy?
Oh,
Just stop
God.
the
And then
clock
they're
if
just
there's
like,
an injury.
Why can't they be like,
Stop the
"Oh,
clock
well,
when there's a
yeah."
goal scored.
Why does it have to be a secret how much time is left?
Right.
Because that's what makes the
dumbest-
game
Yes.
exciting.
And it's an absolute
it's-
guess.
No,
Did you
it's
watch the end of
stupid.
Super Bowl 50 whatever that the Chiefs won against the 49ers?
Oh,
Chiefs
that-
won a Super Bowl.
Any
News to
football
me.
game that goes
I
into the
agree.
end.
They could do so many other things. The time is
Basketball
like
game.
the worst.
It
The
is so-
timing is just so dumb.
I mean, I love me some football, but I mean, this timing issue.
Yeah,
is
the time.
pretty
I agree.
stupid.
I completely agree.
know.
Eric's out here.
And we
too.
need to get replay out of the game. Replay.
Annie brought up a really good point. She goes, "Daddy, are we going to watch soccer ball today?" And I was like, "I don't know, maybe." Also, it's just soccer. It's not soccer ball. And she goes, "Why? It's softball. It's baseball. It's basketball. It's volleyball. Why isn't it soccer ball?" And I was like, "It's a great question, Annie."
It
I
is
don't know.
football. Yeah.
It's
Football
football.
is the term
We call
worldwide.
We call it
There
soccer
can be,
here.
there can be
Well,
two
well,
balls.
that,
Soccer's a
fair-
terrible name.
They also call me Jose. That's not
And
my
we
actual
call
name.
it a soccer ball. I think she had a point. I was like, "That's interesting, Annie."
I mean, yeah, she's thinking about it logically. I get it.
Anyway, Todd also says Tom Cruise's best movie is Edge of Tomorrow. Yeah, it's a great movie.
That's a great movie.
Well, but
It's
best-
definitely not Vanilla
Best?
Sky.
It's Top Gun?
Yeah,
No.
yeah, exactly. It's
I
not
think
Vanilla
it's
Sky
Top Gun.
or Top Gun Maverick, but
That's the greatest movie ever
I don't
made.
know. Best overall movie, it's up there. Edge of Tomorrow is really good. Same with Minority Report.
That's only
Underrated
good because
Minority
what's her
Report.
name's in it, and she's such a smoke show.
Penelope Cruz.
Eric
No.
says Luke is
Emily
getting
Blunt.
hooked up to an IV. The same,
the same as eating.
Okay.
Yes. No, he's asking, is
Uh,
it the same?
Yeah.
Are you consuming those
No.
nutrients the same?
No.
I think he's making a
It's not the
comparison.
same as
to
eating.
Is reading the speaking
Edge
of
of Tomorrow is
eating.
amazing. Speaking of Bubble
what's the
Boy,
best-
Wow, it's like there's a party in my mouth and everyone's invited.
Guys, I've been, on vacation. Usually that means we get a lot of good food. And for the most part, it's been true. Went to Yard House in Detroit. I had to check out if their Yard House is better. Got those the boneless.
I actually went to
fucking
Yard House
Korean
in
garlic.
Burbank.
So good. So dang good. God bless Yard House, everybody. But the best food I had this week was this small, and I don't remember the name of it. I'm very upset now. Small Mexican restaurant on the Ohio-Pennsylvania border. Not many Mexicans out here, Jose. I'm not gonna lie. I have not seen any actually up until we went to this restaurant. And I gotta say, this restaurant was delicious. They had the good salsa, Jose. They had the good chips. I had shrimp fajitas.
He said like you just spit.
And absolutely delicious. Got a $3.99 happy hour margarita. You can't beat
Ooh.
that.
No.
But the funnest part, the coolest part of the meal was actually they randomly had this white guy come in and do music bingo. So he would play like clips of songs.
You
And
said
then
the
he
title
would-
and artist.
Exactly, but just the title of the song, and I was like, oh, maybe you have to figure it out or know it. He would just tell you it, just like I'm like, oh, I guess that makes sense. And bingo, they say the letter and whatever, what is it, numbers? And so the kids, they were so excited to play this music bingo, like it was truly a highlight for me, and it was a special memory. Maddie won a $6 gift certificate to the restaurant, which was awesome to see.
$6? What
Yes,
can you do with
$6.
that?
We bought
He just said
we bought
$3.99.
2 of 3 Grado ice
Yeah.
cream bars.
Oh yes.
okay.
hell yes.
So couldn't even cover the ice cream bars, but we did get $6, so that was very cool. And
Hell
Allie's
yeah.
dad won a gift card as well. So that was the best food I've had this week. Bubble Boy, what about you?
Yeah, so I went to Dairy Queen. I got all 4 of the delicious treats that you can get to get points to win their dream world vacation. So there's a red, white, and blue Mr. Misty. It was absolutely disgusting.
Sounds, yep.
Which shouldn't have been. I guess I should have known better. I mean, and then the 3 blizzards. So they had the Mexican hot chocolate that they used the Abuelita hot chocolate mix for. There was strawberry and mango mochi, and then there was the Biscoff cookie. The strawberry mango mochi
Biscoff.
was absolutely dog shit. You should never order it. It was terrible unless you really like mochi. And if you really like mochi, I'm just curious why. It was awful. And the Mexican hot chocolate I thought was really good. And I would be happy if that was put in front of me and I was getting it. But the Biscoff was fantastic and worth your time, worth your money for sure.
Very
All
nice. Todd Oxer had Dave's hot chicken slider
Ooh.
X-Men 97 meal.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
And
Yeah, that's
I
what
like
makes
the
it
cinnamon
Mexican.
hot chocolate with
That's what makes it the Mexican, right, Jose?
Yes, cinnamon. I mean, it's a type of chocolate too, but yeah.
I also forgot, guys, I had White Castle. That was also the best food I had this week. Way better than I remember. Also way better than the frozen shit. Sorry, Nessa. The frozen crap doesn't come close. I wish we had White Castle, but unfortunately we don't. Jose, what about you? What was the best food?
So I told you we went to that concert up in Dillon. Well, first of all, here's Todd's meal. That actually looks awesome. I still want to hear how it was.
hell
for
yeah.
Looks
Todd.
incredible.
Oh, what
my God.
toy did you
You
get?
get a toy. That's what I said. I want to know what toy
What'd
you got.
get?
He hasn't responded, or he said
God,
it
how
was
didn't
good.
you buried the lead, man?
Wait. What? Who are the characters? Is that?
I see
Cyclops,
Wolverine. Who cares past
Rogue,
that?
and Storm.
Yeah.
Am I right? Or Jean Grey and Storm?
Storm.
Why
and
are they dressed
Cyclops.
like this?
It's
Did they really
X-Men
dress like
97.
this in the
Season
cartoon?
2 just
Oh,
dropped.
terrible. Terrible.
Huh.
I already don't
I got
like it.
Wolverine. Awesome. Awesome.
Anyway, so best food I had this week at the concert. Randomly, they were selling this pizza place was selling Philly cheesesteaks like pre-wrapped, and I was like, I'm intrigued. They were actually phenomenal. Huge shout out to them there from Dylan. And then today we went to Voodoo Donuts. I hadn't been there in like months, dude. Voodoo Donuts is awesome. Like just a fun experience. Delicious donuts. I got a banana cream pie one.
You
It was
also spent
fantastic.
Downtown.
$3.
You go downtown for that?
Broadway, South Broadway. And then the other thing was the other day we went to Firehouse. Dude, I always sleep on Firehouse, but it's like they're freaking good sandwiches. The only downside is they take forever if you order there, like forever. So the pro tip is when you're going to go there, you get on the app and order it at your house, and then it's ready when you get there. Just throwing that out. But that was the best food I had this week for sure.
What does Logan mean saying, Dan, what did you eat that you are so full of vinegar?
I think
Because you're full
it's
of
a
piss
way
and
You're
anger.
sour.
sexy.
You're angry.
I hate vinegar. I've been eating a lot of pineapple. I smell and taste delicious. Thank you, Logan. Go ahead, Bacon. What was the best food you had?
I have absolutely zero to report other than another sausage McGriddle on the way to the
Yeah,
golf course
that's
this
what
morning.
you report. Stop with
Dang.
that.
Incredible!
Yeah,
it's
amazing.
my hash brown was a little older, so you always start with
cares?
the hash brown. I was a little disappointed in that, and even the wife
You
was
got
like,
the
"Yeah."
McGriddle.
But here in a couple
Great
weeks,
morning.
I'm heading to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, so hopefully I'm gonna get some good food up there. So I should have some more to report here in a
Very
couple
nice.
weeks.
When are you
Absolutely.
going? Bacon? Oh, a couple of weeks. Okay.
Yeah, not
One
next
more
week, but the week after.
Okay, one more thing I want to say, Bubble Boy. You know those Shackalicious sweet treats that you see
Yes.
at the store?
Walmart. Yep.
Amazing, right? So at a gas station here, I saw a new brand of Shaq's latest drop of candy. Think of nerd clusters mixed with sour bear worms, but the worms are just circles.
Whoa.
Absolutely incredible, you guys. Shaq knows what he's doing. I'm just gonna say it. I can't remember what they're called. I'm gonna have to go to this gas station to get them again. Correct. Sour. It's basically they advertise it being a sour ring with the cluster, the gummy cluster in the middle,
Shaq
but they
doesn't
all
miss.
fall out. Shaq knows what he's doing, you guys. He makes
He
great
missed a lot of
shoes.
free throws. But
He missed some free throws, but
You had me
man,
at
he
pastries,
knows-
Todd. You had
He's a
me at
great
pastries.
rapper too.
Dude. Shaq's first or only
well,
album was great.
Shaq Diesel. He had two. Shaq
Yes.
Fu and Shaq Diesel. He had two
Okay.
albums.
His first one was lit, and he was great in the movie
Gentlemen!
Blue Chips.
Let's, gentlemen, closing and end of show here, Jose, at 138. This has been the Nerd Chat episode 270. Wow. This is how you share PlayStation games. Shuhei Yoshida cross Don Matrick. What a combo. My name is Daddy Diwali. You can follow me at Daddy Diwali across all social media. You can follow the show at the Nerd Chat Podcast. Guys, we don't miss a week, Jose. Chipotle Bear, where can people find you?
You can find me Chipotle Bear everywhere. You can find me trying to find that Lambda station here and finish out Black Mesa before I head to work. And this 4th of July, you can find me at the pool down in some glizzies and enjoying a few beers. And as a reminder to all the people that made it this far in the show, we are giving away a free copy of Black Mesa on Steam for anyone interested. All you got to do to enter is send to us the best photo you got of a hot dog or eating a hot dog on 4th of July here in a couple days. It can be on social media. It can be in Discord. However you want to get that to us, make sure you get it to us and enter for that copy of Black Mesa. Shout out to Emotionless Taco for that code. We appreciate it.
Shout out Taco. Shout out to Eric says Happy Canada Day. Okay. Don't know what that is.
That's offensive.
Wait, Jose, one more time with the contest. Am I allowed to enter for that code?
Yeah. I mean, especially if no one else does. Like, I got to get the code away to someone. So,
yeah, be safe, everyone. Logan's right. Be safe. Have a great 4th of July week, and I cannot wait. I will be
come back with your fingers.
With a glizzy. Don't you worry. Bacon, where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter enjoying the fallout of Sony's rake stepping. It's been quite fun, I must add. Anyone interested? NBA Summer League kicks off on Saturday in Salt Lake City, where my Jazz are going to win their first chip this year. So let's do this.
I mean, to be fair, Bacon, thank God the World Cup is happening right now, but also thank God Summer League is happening because
I love Summer League. I love watching the Rooks.
There's nothing going on out there sports-wise.
I mean, the Rockies are good again.
Brutal.
Ish.
They're not good.
Ish.
The Bubble Boy. No.
I said ish.
Where can people find
people can find me on the Steam inventory marketplace. Can you see that? I've already made 77 cents on this place.
Nice.
You're richer than astronauts.
Yeah. Hey, Bubble Boy.
Hey, I'm a simple man, Jose.
Bubble Boy,
I do not require a lot.
I would like to trade with you because there's like a
Please.
Steam thing that Bacon's probably trying to do to complete your profile. I would like to complete a trade with someone. So keep your inbox open. I need to make a trade with you.
Give me an expensive one. You got it. I have my secret that I just learned in the last.
As always, Steam trading card lovers and physical disc lovers. RIP in peace, physical disc lovers. Sorry, it's over. See you online.
See you online.
See you online.
See you online.
Bag up, Terry. Put it in reverse, Terry. Put it in reverse. Oh, Lord.